RSI 14 is 91 and the stock is extremely overbought on RSI 14, but may also continue to gain. Some stocks see their best performance while being overbought, but very seldom does RSI remain so high for a long time without short corrections. Risk has therefore increased and larger daily movements can be expected over the next couple of days. Big movements in Exela Technologies Incorporated stock price on Wednesday, moving 53.33% between high and low, updated on January 13, 2021. Buy or hold candidate since January 4, 2021 gain 102.29%. The Exela Technologies Incorporated stock price gained 47.89% on the last trading day, Wednesday, 13 January 2021, rising from 63 cents to 94 cents, and has now gained 6 days in a row. It is not often that stocks manage to gain so many days in a row, and falls for a day or two should be expected. During the day the stock fluctuated 53.33% from a day low at 75 cents to a day high of $1.15. The price has risen in 8 of the last 10 days and is up by 124.01% over the past 2 weeks. Volume has increased on the last day along with the price, which is a positive technical sign, and, in total, 199 million more shares were traded than the day before. In total, 227 million shares were bought and sold for approximately $212.20 million. The stock has broken the very wide and strong rising the short-term trend up, and an even stronger rate of rising is indicated. For any reaction back there will now be support on the roof on the current trend broken at 57 cents, a level that may pose a second chance to hit a runner. According to fan theory, 75 cents will be the next possible trend top level and thereby pose a resistance level that may not be broken at the first attempt. Signals and forecast. The Exela Technologies Incorporated stock holds buy signals from both short and long-term moving averages, giving a positive forecast for the stock. Also, there is a general buy signal from the relation between the two signals where the short-term average is above the long-term average. On corrections down, there will be some support from the lines at 59 cents and 44 cents. A breakdown below any of these levels will issue sell signals. A buy signal was issued from a pivot bottom point on Tuesday, December 22, 2020, and so far it has risen 133.04%. Further rise is indicated until a new top pivot has been found. Furthermore, there is a buy signal from the 3 months moving average convergence divergence, MACD. Volume is rising along with the price. This is considered to be a good technical signal. Support, risk and stop loss. There is no support from accumulated volume below today's level, and given the right condition the stock may perform very badly in the next couple of days. This stock may move very much during a day, volatility, and with a very large prediction interval from the Bollinger Band. This stock is considered to be very high risk. During the last day, the stock moved 40 cents between high and low, or 53.33%. For the last week, the stock has had a daily average volatility of 19.71%. The Exela Technologies Incorporated stock is extremely overbought on RSI 14, 91. Normally this may pose a good selling opportunity, but since the stock has broken the trend up, the chance for a major correction due to high RSI is very small, as the stock will find support at the trend broken. Since the Exela Technologies Incorporated has been rising for 6 days in a row, the risk over the next couple of days has increased. As we cannot be certain with regards to the size of the reaction, we urge caution. Our recommended stop loss, 91 cents, minus 3.18%. This stock has very high daily movements and this gives very high risk. The RSI 14 is 91 and this increases the risk substantially. There is a buy signal from a pivot bottom found 14 days ago. Is Exela Technologies Incorporated stock a buy? Exela Technologies Incorporated holds several positive signals, but we still don't find these to be enough for a buy candidate. At the current level, it should be considered as a hold candidate, hold or accumulate, in this position whilst awaiting further development. Current score, 0.000. Predicted opening price for Exela Technologies Incorporated of Thursday, January 14, 2021. The predicted opening price is based on yesterday's movements between high, low, and the closing price. Fair opening price January 14, 2021. Current price $0.95. Exela Technologies Incorporated engages in the provision of transaction processing solutions and enterprise information management. It operates through the following segments: information and transaction processing solutions, healthcare solutions, and legal and loss prevention services. XELA is overvalued compared to its price of 94 cents per share, has below average safety, and is currently rated a hold. Recommendation, REC. Hold. REC reflects the cumulative effect of all the VectorVest parameters working together. These parameters are designed to help investors buy safe, undervalued stocks rising in price. Value. Current price, 94 cents. Current value, 3 cents. XELA has a current value of 3 cents per share, compared to a price of 94 cents per share. This stock is currently overvalued. Value is computed from forecasted earnings per share, forecasted earnings growth, profitability, interest, and inflation rates. Upside potential, relative value/RV. Very poor. RV is an indicator of long-term price appreciation potential. XELA has an RV of 0.01, which is very poor on a scale of 0.00 to 2.00. This indicator is far superior to a simple comparison of price and value because it is computed from an analysis of projected price appreciation 3 years out, AAA corporate bond rates, and risk. Safety, relative safety/RS. Poor. RS is an indicator of risk. XELA has an RS of 0.70, which is poor on a scale of 0.00 to 2.00. RS is computed from an analysis of the consistency and predictability of a company's financial performance, debt-to-equity ratio, sales volume, business longevity, price volatility and other factors. Timing, relative timing/RT. Excellent. RT analyzes a stock's price trend. XELA has a relative timing of 1.41, which is excellent on a scale of 0.00 to 2.00. RT is computed from an analysis of the direction, magnitude, and dynamics of a stock's price movements day over day, week over week, quarter over quarter and year over year. If a trend dissipates, RT will gravitate toward 1.00. Overall rating, value safety timing/VST. Fair. VST is the master indicator for ranking every stock in the VectorVest database. XELA has a VST rating of 0.96, which is fair on a scale of 0.00 to 2.00. VST is computed from the square root of a weighted sum of the squares of RV, RS, and RT. Stocks with the highest VST ratings have the best combinations of value, safety, and timing. Stop price. Stop price, 53 cents. Stop is an indicator of when to sell a position. XELA has a stop of 53 cents per share. A stock's stop is computed from a 13-week moving average of its closing prices, and is fine-tuned according to the stock's fundamentals. C. Comfort Index. Poor. C is an indicator which reflects a stock's ability to resist severe and/or lengthy price declines. XELA has a C of 0.73, which is poor on a scale of 0.00 to 2.00. C is based solely upon a stock's long-term price history. GRT, earnings growth rate. GRT reflects a company's 1 to 3 year forecasted earnings growth rate in percent per year. XELA has a forecasted earnings growth rate of -10.00%, which VectorVest considers to be very poor. EPS, earnings per share. EPS stands for leading 12 months earnings per share. XELA has a forecasted EPS of -52 cents per share. VectorVest determines this forecast from a combination of recent earnings performance and traditional fiscal and/or calendar year earnings forecasts. PE, price-to-earnings ratio. PE shows the dollars required to buy $1 of earnings. XELA has a PE of -1.80. The average PE of all the stocks in the VectorVest database is 62.89. A. Earnings yield. A reflects earnings per share as a percent of price. XELA has an A of -55.52%. This is below the current average of 1.59% for all the stocks in the VectorVest database. GPE, growth to PE ratio. XELA has a GPE rating of -5.55. A stock is commonly considered to be undervalued when GPE is greater than 1.00. Dividend. VectorVest reports annual, regular, cash dividends as indicated by the most recent payments. Special distributions, one-time payments, stock dividends, etc., are not generally included in division. XELA does not pay a dividend. DI, dividend yield. DI reflects dividend per share as a percent of price. XELA does not pay a dividend, so it does not have a dividend yield rating. DI equals 100x, div/price. It is useful to compare DI with A. If DI is not significantly lower than A, the dividend payment may be in jeopardy. DS, dividend safety. DS is an indicator of the assurance that regular cash dividends will be declared and paid at current or at higher rates for the foreseeable future. XELA does not pay a dividend, so it does not have a dividend safety rating. Stocks with DS values above 75 typically have RS values well above 1.00 and A levels that are much higher than DI. DG, Dividend Growth Rate. Dividend growth is a forecasted annual growth rate of a company's dividend based on historical dividend payments and dividend predictability. It is a subtle yet important indicator of a company's financial performance. It also provides some insight into the board's outlook on the company's ability to increase earnings. XELA does not pay a dividend, so it does not have a dividend growth rating. YSG Vector. YSG is an indicator which combines DI, DS and DG into a single value, and allows direct comparison of all dividend-paying stocks in the database. XELA does not pay a dividend, so it does not have a YSG rating. Stocks with the highest YSG values have the best combinations of dividend yield, safety, and growth. These are the stocks to buy for somewhat above current income and long-term growth. VGVAL. VGVAL is the 50-day moving average of daily volume as computed by VectorVest. XELA has an VGVAL of 6,341,953 shares traded per day. Percent volume. Percent volume reflects the percent change in today's trading volume as compared to the VGVAL. Percent volume equals volume of VGVAL 100. XELA had a percent volume of 3,472.51% on Wednesday, January 13, 2021. Percent PRC. XELA price changed 47.89% from the prior day's closing price. Sales. XELA has annual sales of $1,372 million. Sales growth. Sales growth is the sales growth rate in percent over the last 12 months. XELA has a sales growth of -18.00% per year. This is very poor. Sales per share, SPS. XELA has annual sales of $9.30 per share. Price to sales ratio, PS. XELA has a PS of 0.10. Shares. XELA has 147 million shares of stock outstanding. Market capitalization. XELA has a market capitalization of $138 million. Business sector. XELA has been assigned to the software business sector. VectorVest classifies stocks into over 200 industry groups and 40 business sectors. Industry group. XELA has been assigned to the software, financial, industry group. VectorVest classifies stocks into over 200 industry groups and 40 business sectors.